What's going on, everyone? Commodore Lads here. Today brings you guys my live reaction to EATER manga chapter 180. Now, the time has come to sit down in this chair and read the latest installment of Hiro Mashima's up-and-coming new hit series. And I saw that the chapter was out officially over on Azuki yesterday on the Monday. Today, of course, being Tuesday, because you guys know Tuesday is EATER Day. But for those of you guys who are unaware of my heritage, nationality, which is kind of surprising unless you're like very new here to the channel since I started covering EATER, I'm Canadian and we celebrate Family Day, not President's Day over south of the border and stuff. So I was spending the day with family and everything. I saw a bunch of comments in the previous live reaction for EATER saying, chapter is out, and I'm like, I'm with family. So it was like, I was going to wait until the Tuesday at the very least. So I appreciate that you guys understand the fact that I'm going to wait till today to actually do it, which now it's officially Tuesday. It is 2/2/2/2/2/2/2/2. Like, you know what I mean, right? It's that day that it was being promised, and it all makes sense. Perfection, like alignment, all that. We wait for today, and I'm excited, man, because listen, depending on what the outcome is for this arc, the Lendard War and all that, and whether or not we actually get Holly or even Feather, but I'm fine with either one, possibly joining the crew and stuff. I think last week's chapter was one of those where I'll look back and say that I really, really, really love, because it's like, we got the tour and all that, Holly getting to understand like what it was like, to be part of the crew almost in a way, like getting that tour and understand the fundamentals of what it means to be part of the crew of Edens and all that, even if she is there basically as a, not to say hostage, but they're keeping track of her while this whole war is going on. But the way she kind of like mingled with everybody and stuff, I actually really enjoy that, and I wouldn't mind her being the one that ends up replacing Witch, rest in peace to her, as one of the 4 shining stars in the inevitable fights to come with Ziggy and them. Because I still do believe Ziggy's going to dip at some point during this war, because I don't see him and Shiki actually going all out and settling things now when there's still so much to go and deal with. But that stuff was really fun. The learning of the Grand Shiki Cosmos, the Yuki Cosmos, all that. But I really do hope we get to learn something from Ziggy via Shiki, whatever it may be, regarding what exactly is Shiki. Like, that's like the main thing. What in the world exactly is them? Like, to have like that correlation of the Grand Shiki Cosmos, it just blew my mind. And shout out to the Spa of Edens, of course, being the greatest place on in the cosmos of all time. But then the stuff we got to learn afterwards regarding Lendard and Crow. He's too massive. All right, he is one of the titans literally in Xenoblade, and he must be stopped. So, not to mention him being an android, but just being this colossal demon roaming the lands and stuff. So, somehow he's got to be stopped. I don't know what exactly they're going to do to make sure that happens, but all I know is the only way I'm going to find out is by reading the latest chapter. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Chapter 180 of EATER, and of course, shout out to Azuki providing chapters week in and week out, doing God's work as it should be. Here we go. All right. Let me make sure the player's looking good. And look, hey, got clean on the cover. Listen, look. Hashtag protect clean. That is still active. I don't give a damn what anyone's gonna say. We are protecting her. Her brother may have been wilding the other day with the chili dog, with the glizzy. He might be the glizzy goblin, for all I know. But we are not putting this woman, this girl turned woman, down the path of depravity. We are not doing that. Right? We are protected clean at all costs. But shout out to her on the cover, though. She's looking great. Is there anything else I can see here, though? Clean, Rutherford, and I love how it says here, EATER crew. She's squad, man. Like, I just love the fact that her and Jin, man, the wings of the EATER. Like, it's just like, goated. It's like Spring Collection, best look of Spring Collection 1. I mean, look, man, protect clean at all costs. I mean, she looks great, but we still protecting her at all costs. She has elegance in the back, as she should. Chapter 180, Operation Planet Eater. Galactus? Hey, now, we are not putting Lendard and Crow on the same tier as Galactus, man. Hold on a flipping minute. All right. Let me see if I can fix the page over here for this. And it decides to jump, look at this. It decides to jump right into the previous chapter. Because why not? I think it's telling me a sign. It wants you to see something else that I should see. Anyways, the living planet Lendard. And you see, of course, the machinery and everything on the sides and stuff. All like the, I guess like the damage and blood from like the previous battles and everything. Emergency. Collapse of the scanning facility confirmed. 99 collaborators are dead. 1 missing. I repeat. Hey, yo, look at him, dog. Just only the face, but you know the man's a menace. Yo, if he is literally ahead of Draken Joe and Shura on the must be taken down tier, it's like, yo, I really hope he has me punch in the air. Because, look, as much as I hate certain antagonists and villains that bring that kind of energy out of me, those are the ones who you look back on in time and think, yeah, they did their job as they should have been doing, but you need to see him be put down. Hopefully he reaches those heights. I mean, the Bloody Admiral's Day incident, I need to know that, man. Like, more in detail, like, what the exacts, and just really connect more on Holly and what had happened back then and everything. Oh, man. Bro, it's the fact that he's here. It's like, dude. Oh, damn. You see Ziggy just chilling. This is funny as hell because, you know what, I'm not going to make that comment because I've already disrespected Kishimoto enough times. So I'm going to be kind now. But if you know a certain scene in Naruto that sort of parallels this right here where Ziggy's on the edge and stuff, you know what it is. But I'm going to be respectful for once. All right? Lord Ziggy, Crow has killed all the humans in the facility. Oh, bother. I think he means old brother, but I would be kind of weird, nah. Oh, bother. The beast is getting out of control. He's Brock Lesnar. That's what he is. He goes to the beast. At the scanning, data collection was near completion, so I doubt there will be a problem. Alright then. And he just zooms. Ziggy, stop, bro. You're not supposed to make me say raw keto swag, but we kind of do that right now, man. But he just goes zing, and he just pops right near where Crow is. And Crow, you see the exclamation marks like, nani? Yo, Ziggy, I didn't know you kept human pets around. I accidentally squashed them. Yeah, this is going to be on some Galactus stuff right here, man. The humans you stomped on were all highly skilled in their respective fields. I had brought them here as collaborators so I could absorb their various abilities. But you were going to kill them anyway, right? Even so, you broke my things. I am not amused. Do you understand? Oh man, they got one people stick it out that you know he means business. And he's like, shit. A measly 100 humans isn't gonna cut it. When are you gonna feed me enough to actually fill me up? And you see like in the back design, so he has like this weird like, I don't want to say it's like an eye because you almost see like almost the way like little eyebrows, like the oh my god, the eyelids, the lids and stuff, bro. Like little like things coming out from it. It's like one big eye on his back and stuff. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a weak point possibly, but I guess that's like because it looks like a core too, but it might be that. When this battle is over, you can have the entire Kaede Cosmos. Then you can devour all the humans you like until they go extinct. And you see, like, you know what this is actually reminding me of right now? If you guys ever watched, what was the name of the thing? It was Future Trunks. Was it the story of Trunks? I think it was called the OVA, where like you actually get to see Trunks and adult Gohan against like 17 and 18. Like it reminds me like now almost like West City in the destruction and everything, post events of what happened with Cell. But first, yeah, I know. You want me to sink that Eden Zero ship, right? The Zero is every bit as powerful as the One. And you see the look on his eye. He's like, yo, Mazuka? With the One busy elsewhere, that is why I need your help. So, why can't you use the Eden's One? I am currently using all of its processing power for a certain calculation. The calculation to locate Mother. Oh boy, yo, hold on. Mashima, we better not be speeding up the story too quickly. I mean, you could give me coordinates or something, but please tell me we're not going to reach destination too soon because... Oh, man. And I forgot the design too for the Eden's one, what it like looks like. It was like almost like this bowl, like crab, like not crab, but like a bowl fish kind of thing, my job in the front and stuff. But yeah. Okay, so now it's going back to the Eden Zero. Mother? You're seriously going to try and find Mother? Well, when this battle is over, yeah. So that's just surprising. Wasn't Labilla aware of the fact that Rebecca and like, because it was said back in chapter 2 or chapter 3 it was, where they basically said like they're gonna go after. Well, actually, it was after the fact. Yeah, it might have been after the fact as well. Because I remember when Shiki mentioned it after he was being laughed at and stuff about finding Mother. So I don't know if Labilla was there, but I'll have to go back and look. But it's almost like she wasn't in the vicinity when it happened, when they declared it. Battle, but you barely held your own against me in a fist fight. I'm really more of a gunner, and if it came down to it, I can use ether gear too. I mean, listen, Labilla might be a martial arts master, but we know my girl has a little ether gear. When did you learn to use an ether gear? You heard her. We're going to battle. You might want to disembark for a while. Then what are you doing here, Miss Coachball? I love how the VQers just like vibing together and stuff, but even if Coachball not gonna be fighting better, she is talking some sense. I might go for her as well, but I'm here to protect this kitchen. These days I'm known as the stomach of Edens. Yeah, it's crazy to me. Like at first I really thought we're gonna just drop her off, she'd be fine elsewhere and stuff, but you know what, man? If she's gonna be the chef of the crew of Edens, then you know what, we gotta take it. Alright? At least we know we're gonna get some like gourmet food coming from Couchville, so shout out to her. I'm ready for the worst too. I was expected to die soon anyway. I want to stay. With my dear Rebecca. Oh yeah, I love to see it. They became now best friends and stuff. I know some people weren't happy with the way the direction I guess went with it, but for me, man, we know Rebecca's character. She's not gonna be someone that's just gonna disregard somebody, and obviously she took the time to kind of understand someone and to realize, that's where they're coming from. Like, I know for some people it's not easy to do so, but Rebecca did that, and now we got a better version of Labilla, and that's what we want at the end of the day. I don't want the bullying type Labilla. I want the one that calls up with Rebecca. It may create some dark thoughts and stuff in the back of your mind, but that's the whole point of, when Mashima's writing. Like, you have to accept that. but I don't know, maybe you have that look that Happy has right there, and they think otherwise. But Labilla just looking like, huh? Happy. I haven't apologized to you for everything yet. I'm sorry. Rebecca told me. And if Rebecca wants to be your friend, then I'm your friend too. Love to see it. Love to see it. And you see the smile right there on Labilla. Alright, briefing room. I was hoping we'd go back to the spa just one more time for the fun of it, but you know what? We have to move on to the story. So, briefing room. I will now start the briefing of our strategy on invading the planet Lendard. Talk to me, Hermit. Wait. Oh, on the screen. Okay. Lady Crimson in the house. Hold on. She's with the Interstellar Union Army. Can we really trust her? But she will pop out that screen to box holy, man. I'm convinced. I mean, she has her own battles to worry about with Justice when and if he does show up in enough time. But, hey, man, she said, look, I'll take, like, you want to trust her? I got this. Let's just forget about Dear Justice for now, please. Ziggy has a powerful army. Even with your fleet and the Eden Zero combined, they have the numerical advantage. But if you add my Midnight Fleet to yours, fine. If she can trust you, then I will as well. I mean, you can't bring up Justice and be like, okay, we're gonna start the briefing, Hermit. Yes, sir. Soon our ship will be entering Lennard's defense zone. So you see where the EZ is, defense zone, and then Lennard. So that's like the little thing covering over. We can expect to run into tens of thousands of unmanned starfighters. We'll need help from LC's and Holy's fleets to break through their ranks. I'll give orders from the Eden Zero. Okay, so Holy's troops are on one side, LC's on the other, and then the Eden Zero is going to go through like right through the middle and stuff. While the enemy is distracted, the Eden Zero and the LC's flagship will head to Lennard's surface. Here we will split into two teams. The Crow attack team made up of starfighters and the core subjugation team who will be proceeding on foot. So one going to Ziggy, one going to Crow. Because you do not want to have the two of them together because that's going to cause a lot of problems. We'll be facing Dead and Crow. Elsie's just like, hold on a minute. I did not know that was going to be part of the game plan. You see? The more people you have on your side, the better. Ziggy will give us enough trouble on his own. Can't we ignore Crow? Holly only agreed to help us if we could help her beat him. Either way, he's enormous. If we ignore him, he'll come and interfere anyway. It's best to keep him busy. And Holly's midnight fleets will give us a lot of firepower. We'll need that power to get through Lendard's defense zone. Moving on, the core subjugation team can expect to engage Ziggy's army in close combat. You mean a direct conflict with Ziggy. Core subjugation, what does that mean? Look at your face. I can't believe you, Clean. I can't believe you. If we can sneak into Lendard's main server, we might be able to destroy Lendard itself. No. But this is Ziggy we're talking about. He'll never let us do that. So what we want to do at the core is to send out a signal. A signal. We have a secret weapon, and she just grabs like the little Glock of the key and just like spreads it over. Oh, yo. No way, yo. I was wondering when one of the things are gonna come back, but yo, the time is now. We're going to summon a Chronophage. Oh my god, yo, that thing, listen. I wish I could be able to see more on it, but that thing belongs in the Toriko world. I'm sorry, that thing belongs in the Toriko world. Like, are you kidding me? A thing that can devour the time of a planet, man. Eat away the years, like, it's, bro. That's actually wild. So that's gonna be the game plan. Oh my god. And you see the Shiki space. Either by chance or divine guidance, there's a Chronophage heading towards this sector. And remember, that's one of the things that they can't really control. It's almost in coincidence that they know this is going to end up happening. So in correlation, it fits perfectly to what they're going to do. A Chronophage, a cosmic plague that devours a planet's time. You're saying Chronophage is coming to Lendard? No. According to my estimates, it will only pass nearby. But we're going to ram it into Lendard. Okay, Hermit. That's true. Not even Ziggy could come back from getting eaten by a Chronophage. Ram it. You can lead a Chronophage? Even I'm with you there, Mura. Can you actually do that? I looked at all the planets that have been hit by Chronophages and found something they had in common. And it's this. Chronophages go to planets where someone has acted against the stream of time. Could it be because of Rebecca when she was going back in time? Bruh, if that's what it is. Because if you think about it, yeah, it would make sense. If Rebecca had already done something like that, then yeah, it's going to be, oh man. Which is crazy because then by just thinking of it, if you, but then it's like, but she didn't really awaken it in the previous times though before. Because hold on. Norma had Rebecca coming and going with her leap of power because we know that was already the change in time and stuff. And Rebecca was on Gills too, but she didn't activate it. That's the only thing. She didn't activate it. But then I don't know because then again we remember there was like wasn't it like World 29, World 30, 31. So we don't know if like because again even though it says 29, we don't know how many times it could have happened and she was unaware of the fact. And she had to look like, oh no. Yeah, so I mean, if that is going to be the case, then yeah, it is because it's been following Rebecca, which makes complete sense because of what her power is. But if those previous times, with the World 29 and possibly World 28s and all that, were because of what she was doing, then it's like, there are other examples, like when an outsider of the flow of time, a normal flow of time, like Vice, leaves a planet and goes to another one. Chronophage attacks soon followed. But wait, that means Norma was eaten by a Chronophage because of it's not your fault, Rebecca. If it was your fault, then they should have attacked Blue Garden too. Which is true, right? They didn't go to every planet that Rebecca has visited. But it does mean she might be able to summon one. Do you understand how scary that is? She has the power to go back in time, but she also has the power to just, by chance, summon a monstrosity that just comes in and just devours away a planet's time. Like, that is absolutely spooky, man. And you can see the look on her face. She's getting more sad now about it. But don't worry about it. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You didn't do anything wrong. Vice, what do you want me to do? The confidence back in her. Let's go. Hey, I don't want you risking Rebecca's. I mean, hey, her man just said, hold on, don't put my girl in any trouble. It won't just be Rebecca. If we're going to carry out this plan, all of us will be walking hand in hand with danger. Once the Chronophage has been summoned, we all need to leave Lendard immediately. But we'll be able to destroy Lendard and Ziggy. The Chronophage that won't be in this the Chronophage won't be in this sector for very long. While it's here, Rebecca activates her ether gears at the planet's core. Her ether waves will act as a signal to guide the Chronophage to Lendard. I call it Operation Planet Eater, and that's the end of the chapter. Oh my god. Oh man. So let me just let me take this in, man. That was quite a bit. That was quite a bit. This is going to require me to go back and do a miniature reread of the early portions of Eden Zero just to be on the safe side regarding certain information that we are privy to, that we are aware of, and also if it correlates properly, right? So starting off the stuff right there with Ziggy and with Crow, right? You don't give a damn. Ziggy's like, whatever, man. You killed all these people and stuff. I'm annoyed, but I got something else in the works right now. And the man is looking for the exacts, the calculation to where exactly Mother is. That's why he needs things taken care of with the Eden Zero ship while he goes and gets ready for locating where Mom is, right? So that's his whole thing. And Crow definitely has the billing of someone that does not care about life itself. He will devour whatever it is because he's basically our Galactus of Eden Zero. It's just simple as that. Maybe more twisted than anything else, but it fits the billing. But now in the case of what's happening here, I mean, the Labilla stuff right now, with her like wanting to leave and all that, I still like the direction of where we've gone now with her character. I'd rather her improve for the better than just stay stagnant and become worse over time and stuff. Maybe she ends up being of use after the fact, but I'm not annoyed with the case in regards to what's going on with Labilla and everything. But yeah, the stuff afterwards, though, in regards to the plan of how they're going to get into Lendard, take care of things with both Ziggy and Crow. I mean, the fact that we're going to be summoning that Chronophage, but it also now fits even more into the fact that Rebecca's abilities and her ether gear and stuff, just her basically, because of the flow of time and all that, is what's basically bringing something in there. Even though it's like, again, we went to Blue Garden and it was said that, you know, there was no chance that it would have been attacked even if you had went there and stuff. So it kind of took away that myth. But her utilizing the ether gear in a way is basically what's going to be the signal that calls in a Chronophage to come right by. And that fear, though, is going to sink in more to Rebecca, because even though she won't feel like she is completely responsible for what is going on and all that, in the back of her mind, she knows she needs to be so careful of how she uses her ether gear and doesn't abuse it, because we saw she was breaking down completely, trying to bring back Witch and what it was doing to her. So now she has that to worry about on top of the stuff with the Chronophage, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, it goes to show that with the ether gear, yeah, it has its positives, but it has so many negatives that if you do not carefully watch over yourself and what you do, there's going to be consequences to your actions. And the way that Mashima has this all prepared now for Rebecca, even more, I think is just brilliant. But they've made their move of what they're going to do. Summon this Chronophage, destroy Lendard, and take out Ziggy. I'm surprised, though, that with Shiki right now, he's very, like, tame right now as they're saying this. I figure they're going to give me more Page and have him, like, give his thoughts. But I feel like he knows he has to take care of business with Ziggy. He knows that after what happened during the Eden's One arc, he has to take care of things with them. That's not his Oyaji that he remembers that used to take care of him and everything. He has to handle business. But we do know at the same time the possibility that we're going to learn even more about Shiki's origins, the stuff that has him connected to the Grand Shiki Cosmos and all that. A lot of that stuff is going to come to fruition as the Lendard War, like, commences. And there's a lot that we're going to be expecting going into this arc now, but I really wasn't anticipating the fact that a Chronophage, like, is going to make its way here, and, like, the connections and all that and stuff with Rebecca even more. But yeah, I did say the Norma had Rebecca coming and going with her Leaper power. So it's like, Yeah, she may not like completely fully awaken, but it was doing those kind of things though. But it's just like, man, it is wild to me though that it ties all into that into equation. But yeah, but anyways though, that's why I would say it was a really good chapter. I mean, we got a little bit more coming out from Ziggy in regards to what he's planning to do in terms of the location of the mother and all that. So we have what I would assume to be his main goal for this arc, and then afterwards it's like once he gets the coordinates, then he's going to bounce. And then whether we have to deal completely with Crow or the Dark Stars afterwards, that is to be seen. But at least we know now that another path towards the conclusion of the story has opened up through him. I don't know if that's going to be what the crew of Edens are going to use to try and get to Mother afterwards. They may have to find their own way, but it opens that little door for us getting closer to the end of the story. Even if it's still further away, that's still a possibility. And we still have like the Yuki Cosmos to explore and all that. But yeah, very good chapter this week. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. How do you see things panning out now with this final, like, I wouldn't say the final arc, but like the Lendard War itself, like how this is all going to go down. Like, do you think that Ziggy's actually going to get the location of Mother in this arc, and then are we going to see him again towards like the end of the story actually when we're getting closer to where Mother is supposed to be? Or do we actually get to see some kind of resolution between him and Shiki? Do we get to actually see a backstory between the two of them, or is that going to be safer when we get to the end of the story and all that? And let me know what you guys think of the whole thing with the Chronophage. Like, were you expecting something like this to be actually brought into this arc and basically being a big focal point of how they're going to handle things here in Lendard? Like, and just the whole thing there with Rebecca and all that. Like, let me know what your thoughts are on just all of that Mashima decided to drop here in this chapter. And again, Operation Planet Eater is an absolutely insane name, and the fact that Crow basically is the Galactus V0 is just nuts. But let me know your thoughts on the chapter and all that, and if there's anything I may have missed out on, you want to clarify down in the comments below regarding what we talked about, do so, of course, as always. Like the video if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Eden Zero week in, week out, subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell to notice update with everything goes on the channel. With that being said, I will catch you guys next Tuesday, not on the Monday, the next Tuesday. We're back on schedule for another chapter of Hiro Mashima's up-and-coming new hit series. Hopefully, we start stepping into the actual realm of the Lendard War and see what's about to go down in terms of the carnage, the bloodshed. I would have to assume like we're going to get a lot of insanity for sure in this arc. Like, you don't prepare what we've prepared so far and not get that. And there's a lot to anticipate with this war. And if I know by what we see in the track record, 180 chapters of greatness that Hiro Mashima has put out, it should not disappoint as it should. So, Commodore Lad signing off. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, take care.
Going crazy, yeah, we going crazy. I'm with the team, yeah, we going